I made my biggest transaction ever at a card show this weekend. Let's dive in and take a look at what I sold.
Hey all, Sean here, back again with another edition of Game On Cards and Collectibles. This weekend, like I said, I made my biggest transaction, or had my biggest transaction, really of my hobby life. It was a great show out at Chase Field. It's an annual show that they normally have at the convention center downtown, and this year they moved it to Chase Field, which actually looked like it worked out pretty well. I could not believe the turnout. I was there just on Saturday. They had it on Friday night, all day Saturday and all day Sunday. And I went on Saturday, and it was just an absolute mob scene when they opened. I mean, there was lines to get in, and I was concerned about the amount of how crowded it would be until I got in there, and actually it was pretty spacious. It did get pretty crowded there in the afternoon, and right when I was about to, get ready to head out, I had enough. I didn't even get upstairs in the second level where they had, I think PSA, JSA, some other services and corporate sponsors. But as far as the show went, it was well attended, and it was great to see a lot of different vendors that I've worked with in the past. And so basically the transaction itself, I only did one transaction. I'm very picky these days, I guess, about what I want to pick up and what I want to, get rid of and trade and sell. But I was looking at maybe some raw Patrick Mahomes that I could get unaffordable, and I was also looking to move my a few cards as well and free up some cash. I found one that had just a Patrick Mahomes Crown Royale, which I thought is a cool rookie card from 2017 Panini Crown Royale, and the guy just had a raw one. I was like, this that's pretty cool. What are you asking for this? He said 125, but he'd be willing to work with me on it. I looked at it. It was actually in kind of. So it's a little beat up, but I was just looking for a raw one for my own collection. I didn't care about necessarily grading it. And when he asked if I had anything that I wanted to sell, I showed him my case, and he went through it and he picked out some cards, and he was very interested in 4 of them, and we came to a deal on them. So within those 4 cards that he picked out, there was the highlight of the 4 was the 2018 Topps Chrome Shohei Ohtani rookie in a PSA 10. I had all my cards stickered with a price on them, so that way they kind of knew up front what I was looking to get. I had it stickered at $750. They had been going for as much as I think $8 to $850, $825, somewhere in there recently. So they've really just gone crazy. And usually the off season is a time where you can maybe pick up some cards at a better deal. And they have just been rising all off season into spring training here. And that was one of the cards. And then the other 3 are you can see here, you've got the 2013 Tom Brady refractor and a PSA 9. I also had a 2013 Panini Prism rookie of Travis Kelce and a PSA 10. And I would consider this a wild card. I really don't know. I kind of put a price on it just to thinking of like what other cards, may similarly go to. But of course, this is a Jerry Rice from 1993. It's a Pacific Prism insert, and I've been holding on to this for quite several years now, looking for the right opportunity to sell it. Had it stickered at $200. He really was concerned about the ability to sell it because it is a pop 1, and sometimes that works for you and sometimes that works against you because there's really no other comps to go off of, but at the same time, it's a Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice collectors are crazy for anything unique, and having a pop one on this specific card is something that can attract some Jerry Rice collectors, or just somebody who's looking for a cool shiny Jerry Rice card from the 90s. So that's kind of the wild card of the bunch. You really didn't know how to judge the price on that. So I worked with them a little bit. So the ending up, we struck a deal on these 4 cards. In return, I got this 2017 Patrick Mahomes Crown Royal rookie, as well as $1,000 in cash. Just to give you the breakdown, my cost basis from the 4 cards that I sold ended up being about $263.50. So overall, I feel like I made out really well on this. Of course, these are cards that I've been holding on to for, either a specific time where I could sell them, and the market's really hot right now, and I wanted to capitalize on that Ohtani rookie in particular. And so, yeah, I made the biggest transaction I've ever made. I don't typically have cards of this value, and I don't I want to get into something because I'm not an Ohtani collector. I respect the hell out of his game, and but it's just his cards are unbelievably hot right now, and for a rookie base with the PSA pop count that this card has, I felt it was a good time to cash in. And so, yeah, I freed up some cash so that way I can look at getting some other cards for the PC. More to come on that in a future video. And just want to share that with you guys today. So I appreciate your time. Thanks again for hanging out with me. And we'll see you back here real soon. Take care, everybody.